You guys. What are you doing? Madam sent me pretty big weights for me.
Why? We're just walking while talking.
Okay, anyway, how did you see today's class test?
For today's class test day. Hey, it's good though.
Charlie, if I don't get 20 by 20, I'm offering marking. Because I bent the night candle for it. I left no stone unturned at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Madam Bookman. Always you keep on saying this, yet you have never taught the class. Why? Always blaming the teacher. You need to check this your attitude.
Hey, you okay? I know you.
Everybody knows you.
I know you. It seems you thought I was seeing your science test paper. Very poor results.
I've seen it. Yeah,
I've seen it. You see? K always bragging over things you can't have.
wow.
Is that how you behave?
See?
You write test and you are bragging. Well, let's see.
One, please. Let me ask for your opinion. Because I've taken you out of your position. You have started to hate me. I'm even aiming at the first position.
Wow.
Let's wait and see.
First position.
Hey! Are you telling me you want to take Abba from her first position? Hey! Well, we shall see.
Hey, Kwame, life is not a race. So everything is possible with time. Kay is not poor. She's good. Only that she has to be humble.
Abba,
Yes.
because I'm not aiming at your position, you are tending to hate me, right?
It's not like that. It's
Don't
just
worry.
I'm telling
When
you.
I become the viral birthday, we shall all see.
Can you see?
I can see you students are making good use of your break period.
Yes,
I
madam.
overheard you discussing academics. That is good. You shouldn't waste your time on unnecessary things. Make sure you keep good company and avoid bad friends, okay?
Yes, madam.
Abba, please take these books to my office and place them on my table, okay?
Yes, madam.
That reminds me. I've noticed some changes about Isaac, and as your teacher, I'm concerned. Have you also noticed some changes in his behavior?
You, madam, I haven't seen anything at all about him.
Madam, I've noticed something about Isaac. Even at the dormitory. Let me tell madam. At the dormitory, these days, Isaac easily isolates himself from friends and started giving out provisions on and all his valuables to friends. And sometimes talking about, I will be traveling. We don't understand. The behavior is strange to us. That's how he behaved, madam.
Now, Kwame, what's wrong? If someone is sharing all his provisions with somebody, how does it concern you?
But he will not give all to friends. You should share, but not to give all.
I'll talk to him about that.
Okay, madam.
Break is over. Get back to your class, okay?
Thank you, madam.
Break is
Thank you,
over,
madam.
please.
Thank you. Madam was asking about that of Isaac. Instead of you telling madam the truth, you were there, say as you say. Is that not how you do?
You don't know I hear madam now. You know how madam can shout at me. Immediately, I know Isaac has actually changed. But because I was afraid, that's why I couldn't tell madam.
But you should tell madam the truth about the strange behavior of Isaac.
The world is not a place to live. It's very shocking. Both of my parents passed on. That's my parents. What should I be doing by this time? Oh, thank you, sir.
Isaac, it's time for bread. Isaac, it's time for bread.
Please, I'm not feeling well. I asked permission from the bread prefect.
What do you think you are doing?
Please, my own business.
Are you okay, Isaac?
Is that what I'm saying?
Isaac, what are you writing?
Oh, master.
Let me have a look at what you are writing. You guys should stop.
starting a poem about death.
It's a lie.
Yes.
What about them?
Yes, if I die, I'll fly like a bird. Tears will no longer be my friend.
Isaac, why will you be writing poems about death? Isaac, do you want to die? What's wrong with you? Are you okay, Isaac? Isaac, why? How? Poem about death.
I do.
Huh?
Always they disturb you, why? Don't mind. You don't know me. Don't listen to me. Oh, I see. I don't know you. Don't. 2 months of cake. I don't feel quiet. I don't It's know. not right now that you came out from there. Oh, I see. Maybe
You can't eat to truly have the savings. Those with small stomachs like this, they can take.
2 months.
Hey!
No fair. You have
Oh
some.
my God.
You have some conflicts there.
Conflicts?
Yes.
You need conflicts.
I need conflicts.
Okay, have it. Go to the chopper street.
Okay.
Open my choppers.
Okay.
And take 2 of the conflicts.
2.
Take all! Oh, you go.
Hey, what you eat?
I will not, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Go!
Isaac, why? Why will you give all the conflict to somebody, a friend, at this time of the term? Why will you be eating? Isaac, what's wrong with you? Share the provisions.
Oh, my brother.
Why?
Is it a crime to do good? Even if I die, am I taking the conflicts away?
Oh. Why are you talking about that? Why are you going to that?
Unless we chase you out from your various dormitories before you go to bread. Is anyone in half one? Half one? Who is there? Half two? Half two? There's nobody. Hey, my friend. What are you doing here?
Sir.
Why are you lying on your bed? Don't you know that it's time for bread?
Sir, I'm not feeling well.
You are not feeling well and you think sleeping over here will solve the problem? What's wrong with you?
My entire body.
Hurry up and go to the infirmary. Hurry up! Come up! Pastor, who is that?
What at all is this madam calling me for? Let me just go and see it. Knocking.
Yes, please come in.
Madam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. Please, you sent for me.
Yes, I did. Have a seat. Isaac, how are you?
I am fine.
Yesterday you were not at prep. What is wrong with you? I asked your dorm mate and they said you were not feeling well.
Madam, I was not feeling well. And I was asked by Mr. Asamani to go to the affirmation.
Okay. So are you now okay?
Quite better.
Thank God. Isaac, these days I've observed something on you. It seems your performance is dropping and you have been reserved. What is the problem? What is going on, Isaac?
Madam, it's a long story.
Oh, what is it? Isaac, feel free and talk. I'm your class teacher. Feel at home. Talk.
Madam.
Isaac, what is the problem?
Knocking.
And then you have... Yes, come in. Good afternoon. How are you?
This is break over. We have your class.
Okay. I'll be with you soon, okay? Oh, go. What are you waiting for? Go. Isaac, what is wrong with you?
Madam,
Yeah.
during last vacation,
Okay.
I lost my parents in a fatal accident.
Oh.
And I was at the scene.
Wow.
And as we resumed to the campus, my seniors have been bullying me.
Oh.
This made me to be disturbed. How to even take my books and read to is a problem.
Sorry. Isaac, feel free. I understand you. I know how you are feeling. Sorry for that. Isaac, don't worry, okay? It is well. Isaac, stop crying. It's okay. Oh. Isaac, take the handkerchief and wipe your tears, okay? Oh. So sorry. Oh. Hey, Isaac, what is there?
Nothing, madam.
Oh, bring it.
Nothing, madam, nothing.
I said bring it.
Nothing.
Oh, bring it to me. Give it to me. Hurry up. Hey, what is that? A suicide note? You have written a suicide note, even having a plate with it. You have a plate on it. Isaac, what is the problem? Isaac, do you want to kill yourself? You want to cut your ribs? Isaac, stop. Okay, empty your pocket and I'll see what is there. Hurry up.
Madam, there is nothing in the pocket.
Oh, let me check the other one. Hurry up. Stop crying. Eh? What is that, Isaac? A rope? Let me see. Hey, Isaac! You want to hang yourself, Isaac? What are you thinking about, Isaac? Oh, Isaac! I will report you to the headmaster and take you to the school counselor.
Madam, please.
Oh, let's go. Get up. I'll send you.
Madam, please.
Let's go. Feel free, okay?
You're welcome. Please have a seat. Hey, Aisha. It's been a long time.
Yes, so I'm around.
Oh, thank you very much for taking good care of the children for us. We are grateful.
Yes, madam. We had a problem in our school. Our student he's having a special problem. He has written a suicide note, having a blade with him, and even a rope. We don't know what he's thinking about, madam.
Okay.
Now the headmaster said I should bring it to you, so that you take him to the right path.
Thank you very much
Thank you.
for bringing him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Isaac.
We'll solve the problem here. Please, my boy, have a seat. It seems you are afraid. Please feel free. Okay? Here is a nice place for you. Okay? Feel free. You are here for us to solve a problem. Okay? Isaac, look at me. Hello. I want to ask you certain questions. Your teacher says your name is Isaac. Isaac who?
Cancer
Isaac and cancer. Okay. Isaac and cancer. How old are you?
17 years.
17 years. Hey, I have a 17-year-old boy. He's also in this school. Hey. Who are now, I want to know, where do you come from? Winneba. Okay. Winneba municipality. Great. Isaac, your teacher brought you with this rope, a blade, and a suicide note that you had them on you. Please, may I know what is exactly the problem? Feel free and talk. Here, whatever thing you say here remains here. We will not take it out. Please. So feel free and tell me what is exactly the problem.
Madam.
I am listening.
It's a long story.
And you can say it. Oh.
No, Isaac. Please, pull yourself down with this one. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Oh, God. Life is hard. No, I'm not single. Okay, life is precious. Suicide is not a solution. People have gone through hard times than yours. They did not commit suicide. I think I have to advise myself.
I'm back. How are you now?
Quite better.
Thank you. Quite better. Okay. When I was going, you were crying. I can see that, in fact, now you are okay. Now, can you tell me the exact problem?
Auntie J, last vacation, I lost my parents in a fatal accident.
You lost your parents in a fatal accident?
Yes,
Sorry.
Auntie. And at times when I'm there, I've been hearing voices calling me, Isaac, 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 come, come, come.
You mean voices?
Yes, yes. And again too, when I sit at some place, I always see my parents. So when I'm there, I think like following them. I want to kill myself, counselor.
When I was going, you were crying, and now you are smiling. What is bringing the secret of your smiles? Can you tell me what you have seen?
Of course, counselor.
Yes.
Your writings on the wall. Auntie Jane, your writings on the wall.
Writings? Okay.
Signboard. first one says, life is precious.
True. Life is precious.
Yes. And the most important one is people have gone through hard times than yours, yet they did not commit suicide.
Look at me. Let me tell you something. Suicide in Ghana is a crime.
A crime?
It's a crime. When you commit it, you will face the law. So please, now you know. You can't take your life all by yourself, okay? Let me tell you something. When I was going through the guidance and counseling program in the university, it wasn't easy for me. But through the encouragement of my lecturers, in fact, today I am here. Sometimes I even hear some of them call me, they give me a call and thank me for what I am doing outside there. When they see me hosting guidance and counseling programs, personal, individual counseling and group counseling. Sometimes they thank me. I want you to know, this school you are here, you say you are pursuing science course. Please go ahead, you are very intelligent girl. Don't take your life. Okay? People have gone through difficult time. Don't take your life. Okay? So please take your time and study. But one day in your medical case, you will be proud of you. You will do so many things for us, okay? So please take your time. Whatever, anytime you are sick, you are facing problem, don't keep it to yourself. Talk to one of. Now, may I know who is your best teacher, or any one of them you're closer to?
Mr. Saman.
Hey, Mr. Saman, okay, I know him very well. He's a free man, okay? Anytime you see that you're facing any trouble, please talk to him. And now, this is your make my office your place. Anytime you have problems, you can visit me. You said your parents had an accident, fatal accident, and through that, sometimes you hear them call you Isaac, Isaac. For this one, we can't leave it here. I want us to see a specialist, okay? Are you okay with that? Good. Well, from here, we'll see the head teacher. When we see the head teacher, then I will inform him, tell him where we are supposed to go. We'll go and see a specialist, the psychiatrist. I hope it's okay. So that we'll go and see. Please, keep calm. I'm not happy that you are smiling. You are great, you are intelligent boy. Intelligent people, Ghana needs you. Your family needs you. You can't leave the job like that. You have to take up the baton and continue. Okay? Good. Let's see the head teacher and go and see the specialist. Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The people who commit suicide, they are either our friends, our siblings, our sons, and or our daughters. They live with us. Suicidal people do not get up one day and commit suicide. They think about it, they plan it, and they act. They exhibit a number of signs and symptoms of causing suicide. Yet, society either frown upon them, or we just neglect them, or do not take the signs and symptoms seriously, and or we are ignorant about the signs and symptoms of suicide. Yes, that is a concern to Group 6. That we need to identify the signs and symptoms in order to prevent suicide. You see, in the drama, a student Isaac went home and then his parents had accident. A scene he was present himself. As a result, became traumatized, therefore depressed. He returned to school and started planning about suicide. He started now isolating himself from friends, now giving out all valuable items to friends, and even talking about death, writing suicide notes and poems about death. heart and have so concern come to go into the life of Isaac and identify some of the things that are making him reserved. This brings to bear the importance of counselors in our communities and in our schools, so that people can be led to counselors so that they will calm them down. As we have been told that a counselor's office should be an environment of hope, an environment that promises, an environment where people can have renewed. That is what we have seen. That as the opportunities entering the office, reading some of the posters was having a bit of relief. Mr. Chairman, our panels of judges, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, let us rise. Let's rise and be the voice to stop suicide. Because suicide is indeed preventable. Thank you.
We have really enjoyed our drama. Let's give them a round of applause. Our drama group, thank you so much for that wonderful performance. At this juncture, I call Madame Immaculate Malfemo Abenosi to do the SMI presentation. The years 2003 and 2015. Unconfirmed reports indicate that at least 5 people commit suicide every day. The CEO of Mental Health Authority has stated that 800,000 people die every year, and Ghana has its fair share of death through suicide. Available statistics on suicide in Ghana put together by the Network of Anti-Suicide and Crisis Prevention over a year, that is in 2016, indicates that Greater Accra region has the highest number of deaths by suicide, recording 431, followed by the Northern region, 276, Ashanti region 133, Upper West region 118, Brong-Ahafo 114, Upper East 102, Western 102, Eastern 98, Volta region 97, and Central region having the least, which is 86. Causes and risk factors. We should maintain a safe school environment as part of the school's overall mission. We should have follow-up care for those who have attempted suicide. Let's make them feel welcome and let's make them feel they belong. Then we should have rehabilitation centers which will be equipped enough to help anybody who finds him or herself in that situation. And then we organize programs and seminars in our schools, churches, and other notable institutions. Thank you very much.
Please, you can do more than that. You can do more than that. Yes, let's meet to her. Well done, well done, well done. Please, to her, please. Well done. That's a good presentation. Wow, thank you very much. Having listened to our presenter, it's now time for questions. We want to invite questions. Before we do that, we invite the group members to come on stage. Group members, please, all of you, come on stage. Come on stage, come on stage. Yes, as they come, please, let's give them a hand of applause. Yes. This is good face.
Mine is not actually a question, but I was following the sketch seriously. And those of us who run the boarding system, the boarding school is not only the teaching and learning. In fact, after school till 10 p.m., when lights are out and students are expected to sleep, that is between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m., a lot of things does happen. You realize that the teacher, who they call him show boy or whatever, who was going around, his routine check was very timely. In fact, if he had not gone round, he wouldn't have discovered the gentleman in such situations. So those of us who are in my shoes, we are recommending that occasionally we do go round and the rest. You also realize that there was this lady who was not ready to tell the madam what was going on. You know, the students we handle these days, they are so reserved and they are not ready to share. Even when they see somebody with such a behavior or going wayward, telling authorities is a serious problem. So the students behind me, that's my students from Nananum Senior High School, Winneba Junction, and the rest who are around, we are actually advising that when you see anything wrong, anything suspicious, you go and tell the authorities. Try as much as possible and tell the authorities. You also realize that the gentleman who was about committing the suicide had a friend, a particular friend that he gave the conflicts. He was ready to share the knowledge with or what he was going through with than the rest. So occasionally, if within a term or a semester, we can find a way of, house masters or form masters interacting and finding out challenges they're going through within a particular term, it should be of great concern and great help. I will also end by saying that the importance of guidance and counseling, not only in our schools, but the society, cannot be overemphasized. We need them. We need them. People we see normal are seriously suffering. And the youth, I don't know what can be done, but they like sharing with their colleagues more. They won't even discuss with their parents. They won't discuss with church elders. They won't discuss with the elders of the mosque or the school authorities, but they will share with their parents, with their colleagues. So if they are not lucky, they will fall prey to bad advice and it will go a long way to affect them. In fact, guidance and counseling is key. It is very crucial in our schools and societies. Thank you very much.
Please, I'm Cecil. I want to all of us here, men and women who commit suicide more.
Men commit suicide more. Research or survey has shown us it is the 8th leading cause of death among men. So men commit suicide more.
Let me add something.
The why is what I am interested in. I am interested more in the why. The pressure on the men is too much. Yes. As a family head, you know, we have women who are, without doubt, also helping with the upkeep of the family. It depends upon the background and depends upon the status and what the woman is doing. But in most cases, there are women who have been brought up to understand that everything is supposed to be done by men. Of course, there are women also who do support. But generally, like the presenter said, men are dying more of suicide than the women because men have more challenges and more to go through. You know, we don't worship God for worshiping sake. We worship God because He provides our needs and He is there for us. And I want to believe that God has a lot of responsibilities. That is why everybody is crying to God. And men has more responsibilities than women. I mean, on a general, all things being equal, you look at a responsible man and a responsible woman, men have more responsibilities, and that exerts more pressure, more thinking, etc., etc.
How will I know that he wants to commit suicide?
So during
the presentation, the presenter gave us the warning signs of suicide. And one of them is that even in the sketch, the person tries to share out all his or her valuables to friends. And sometimes he or she tries to isolate himself from people. These are some of the warning signs. Thank you.
The person tries to talk more about suicide in a jovial way. The person will be mentioning it. I want to commit suicide. The person will be talking more of suicide. So when it starts like that, you should know that the person is trying to do something.
Sometimes too, as youth as we are, you will see that your friend will always be watching pictures about issues of death. When you pick their phone, you see that somebody being stabbed by a knife, or somebody being shot by a gun, or someone hanging himself. Sometimes you see as a friend. So sometimes pick your friend's phones and look at some of the pictures of things the person have on their phones. They are clues to tell us that this person is imagining death and he wants to die. And so it can also help us. Sometimes not all the statements will people make that I want to die. We have had issues of things. Even just yesterday, somebody sent me one report about a 21-year-old boy and girl who wrote a suicide note for the mother. Sometimes it's not the comments they make. They might not make some comment because most people are secretive in making comments, I want to die. No. But sometimes you look at their demeanor and you realize that these people, they have issues in life. They don't talk, they are so extremely quiet, and then sometimes when you ask them questions too, there is sluggishness of trying to answer. We could see from Isaac, anytime the teacher tried to ask him questions, then he's shivering, because it's like his thought is being broadcast to the teacher. He thinks that the teacher knows what he is going through, so it's that kind of, hey, is he coming to ask me about death? You know, so sometimes these are some of the little things as youth we can see among our peers, and then we can quickly refer them to appropriate individuals to help.
I wanted to ask this simple questions. In your presentation, you did mention of a category of suicides, of which you kept them under fear. I hope I'm right. Yes. The first question is, I would like you to elaborate on what was termed as oppressive suicide. And the second one is, how does the society or the environment contribute, so far as we individuals are concerned, to the committing of suicide, please?
With altruistic suicide, this is the type of suicide which occurs when an individual and the group are too intimate and there is over integration of individuals into social group. When you are too intimate, you find it so difficult when the others go away from you because you feel you can't live with the group. You are too into the group. That is altruistic suicide. When you lose them, you go thinking otherwise, then you commit suicide. And then the next question was society. How the society contributes to us committing suicide. There are so many factors. Let's use a woman who has been married for 10, 15 years and there are no issues. The pressure from the family. It's something that happens day in, day out. The pressure from family is so great, and we're going to look for another woman for the man to marry, and so you start thinking. You feel, what is your worth? You don't amount to anything. So the best thing is take your life, and there you go. There are so many other ones too, where you don't have money. Money is also a factor. Lack of money, poverty.
To also add up to what they have said, the altruistic suicide is a case where you love so people in the group so much that you want to even die for them rather than the group suffering. In class, sometimes we have people like that. You know, there are people like that. They feel like it's a pity for me to really die for the whole group. I'm a Christian, so I can say somebody said Jesus committed or treated suicide because he wanted to die for humanity, or that was on the lighter note. But there are people like that. They love to die for the group, or when they see group going through some pain, they feel like they have to take the pain upon themselves and rather die for the group. In issue of societal pressure, they are so numerous. One, when it comes to education, there are some people in the house who are already writing remedials over and over, and people are pressuring them, when are you going to school? Some people like our age, when are you getting married? Watch you, neither that they won't worry. There are people like that, and just like the sister said, you are married and babies are not coming. There's so much pressure from the society. I was once called by a friend, where the friend told me that she has stopped going to the family house. Why? Anytime she gets to the family house, then the family will say, "Yaji nana, ojo nana oyenyame." You know, that kind of societal pressure can make somebody so depressed to the extent that it feels like, if I will be going to public and they will always be demanding their babies, then I will stay inside. So there's that social isolation. Now, when the person isolates himself, you realize that now a lot of thoughts will be filling the person's mind. We saw it from the play. The guy was having a lot of isolation, and the isolation brought a lot of flashback, which is the post-traumatic stress disorder he went through, because the parents were dead and nobody was around to even anchor him and then encourage him. So you realize that he was always alone, and anytime he sees the ghost, he was hearing voices. These things are strange psychological issues that need to be done, and most people go through. Once we identify them, it will help us to reduce it in our society.
Distinguished senior lecturers, those host persons, your presence, the target group, media presence, group 6 members, ladies and gentlemen, you all bearing out that the presentation has been very, very good. At the drama session, we realized the various what went on. If you look at the conversation during the break time, it's something. The scene at the dormitory, and then the showboy master helping a student to go to work. The other headmaster made comment on that. We also learned a lot on the drama where the counselor's office, there was some conversation there, and then the student who wanted to commit the suicide, he did a lot of readings, and it tells us that as we keep on reading, sometimes we are able to see ourselves awakening and remove ourselves from any problem that is coming to us. The counselor also exposed a very good comment about suicide, that if you are committing suicide, it's a crime, and that alone also is a way of learning something from that. We also realized at the presentation session, the presenter also did very well, where he highlighted on the basic facts about the suicide, what it means. Suicide is what the mean, the prevalence, the causes, the warning signs, the types. The suicide as a crime, prevention, and all other things that she gave a presentation on. And the presentation was very super, and I think we have learned a lot this afternoon. The question and answer forum also threw more light on whatever we have experienced over here. Others find out men and women who is doing more. And we realize that the attempt to do more is by the women, but the action itself is also done more by men. This is a debate. Is if an attempted crime is a crime, then the attempted is more. But the one who wants to do the thing is more, and then the one who performs the action is less. It's a debate on its own. And so it's all the all lessons that we are learning. And the issue of getting these social menace, suicide, the issue of throwing more light, and I think we need to, all of us need to play a role of advocacy by ensuring that it's an act that is not to be encouraged at all. We need to take note of the signs and the symptoms of the suicide, and then advise ourselves that at the end of the day, we will not commit such an act. I think the presentation has been very nice, and I'm very happy, and I'm sure all of us have taken some lessons out of that. So on this note, I want to say that congratulations for your presentations, and it's a good that we are all going to learn from that and choose the way.
Thank you so much, our chairperson. We are grateful for the entire audience being with us from the beginning to almost the end of the program. We thank you for the observations and all that you have done. At this moment, I call on Ms. Mary Intem Sarah to give us the vote of thanks.
Thank you. It's an honor for me to give the vote of thanks on this occasion. First and foremost, we thank Almighty God for giving us the brightness of the day and granting us the success of this occasion. We also thank our Honorable Chairperson and our resource person for showing their support behind us. We also thank our hard-working lecturers who started with us till now and they are still with us. We say, God bless you. And our talent group, thank you very much for honoring our invitation. And to our colleagues, we say, Apenano. Thank you.
Madam, for thanking us. All right, we bring in our presentation and everything to a close, and we will end by introducing ourselves. I respond to Doris Amembo. I am the MC for the program.
I'm Moshi Lamia, Prami in the sea.
Immaculate Agolosi, the presenter.
Bisalavo, okay, a student.
Mary Intem.
Lydia Dobla, a teacher. Ibamaka Saila, a student.
I'm a good Isaac best friend, the forget.
Igor Edrusu, Asiao.
David K. Bando, the advisor to the group.
Mariam Taylor, class teacher.
Monica Yambo, organizer.
Operator Brand, the teacher, Elias Chubo.
State of Niger.
I will invite that counselor.
Abode Francis, suicide.
To stop suicide.
To stop suicide.